Norman Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Morning.
Morning.
Phillips County Township, Norman Johnson, case number 21T00350. So to police report 210051224, allegations of violation of court's previous conditional bond orders, ordered primarily no contact with LaShawna Hall and not to go to 8831 Lagoon Drive. Pursuant to police report, the allegations of violation of both of those. In addition, new criminal charges have been filed as a result of that police report, and violating the no new criminal charges condition of bond as well. Ms. Lawton, are you addressing bond in this matter?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
Good morning, Your Honor. Amber Harris, student attorney, requesting permission to practice under Michigan Court Rule 8.120 under the supervision of Assistant Public Defender Emma Lawton.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. In regards to bond, we are requesting a PR bond or a low cash bond in the alternative. I did have a chance to speak with Mr. Johnson earlier today in regards to these allegations. He did let me know that he doesn't mind being placed on a GPS tether, in which he doesn't not allowing him in the Ypsi area. I know he also said that his next court date was August the 12th, and if he could also be seen on this case around that time as well, that he would like that if possible.
Okay. Yeah, apologies. The other thing going on in this file is a pretrial hearing scheduled for July 26th, for which that defendant failed to appear. So we have that as well. All right. You're aware that Mr. Johnson has bonds he needs posted in other cases, aren't you?
I'm sorry, can you say it again?
Sure. Mr. Johnson was arraigned over the weekend on these on the new allegations, and he has bonds he needs to post on those charges. You aware of that?
Yes, yes, sir. It's a 50 is it $50,000 cash surety bond?
I believe that's correct.
Okay.
Given that, I assume you don't really want a personal bond in this case.
Right, Your Honor. So just a low cash bond. Well,
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Johnson will set a pretrial hearing on August the 9th, along with the bond violation hearing, both occur same time at 9 a.m. via Zoom. Bond to assure appearance at that court date and to maintain public safety, set amount of $10,000, right to post 10%. All right, Mr. Johnson, you're all set. Stay safe, okay?
I'm done.
Just stand real quick. What's your last name? Well, I'm here, Jay, just right here. That's wait to go to here now, so.
Morning, Ms. Nathan.
Good morning.
Phillips County Township, this is Antonia Nathan, case numbers 18W010922A, 22B, 22C, and 15W001 or 5106 16S 1848671. All right. Two of these are already disposed of, and we'll take care of those in a moment. The newer ones, the 2018 cases, there's one misdemeanor charge which alleges that on December 18th of that year in Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, state of Michigan, on Ridge Road at or near Michigan Avenue, you did operate a motor vehicle at a time your driver's license was suspended. That is a misdemeanor carrying a maximum penalty if convicted of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine plus court costs, or both. You understand the allegation?
Yes,
You've read and signed the advice of rights form?
yes.
Do you have any question with regard to your rights?
No,
Ms. Lawton, how are we proceeding in this matter today?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Emma Lawton, Assistant Public Defender, appearing with and on behalf of Ms. Nathan. And Your Honor, we would stand mute to that charge.
Okay. All right. Ms. Nathan, is your intent to get your driver's license back in the near future?
yes.
You know what you need to do to get there?
Yes, I will, pay the tickets off.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
I do think there are clearance fees in in the new matter as well as in 15W and 16S. So we would ask permission to pay any clearance fees out of 14B.
Let me see if there's suspensions elsewhere, or if we're just dealing with everything sort of in-house here. Looks like there's one more at 14A2, I believe, is there's another matter from the 2020 last year. Yeah, last year. You aware of that one, ma'am?
No,
Okay, looks like you probably stopped in the city of Ypsilanti sometime around March of last year. Cited with an expired license. Does that sound familiar? Anyway, when you get out of jail, you need to get a hold of them and find out what you need to take care of that. Okay, let me deal with the two older cases here. All right, pled guilty to each of these in June of 2016. At that time, you were sentenced order to pay fines and costs. You've now been in jail for 2 or 3 days?
yes,
Okay, all right. So on these two matters, the court's going to re-sentence on these two matters, sentence the defendant to 2 days in jail, credit for time served on each of these. That does leave the clearance fees due. Ms. Lawton, I apologize, I didn't get a chance to review your form because there was no appointment issue here, but is your client employed right now?
She is currently employed at IHA as a receptionist. She's been there for about 2 years.
2 years, okay. And what is her? Let me just look it up. Hang on a second. Let me grab your email and take a look.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
It's the question ended.
Oh,
I'm just going to get your email and open it here. Hang on a second. There it is. Okay. Based upon the information provided on the public defender form, given the defendant has dependents, has rent obligations, and that takes care of the majority of her income, court will find the defendant unable to pay the state minimums and will waive those. So that means, Ms. Nathan, on the two old ones, the 2015 and 2016 cases, The only thing you have left to do is pay clearance fees, $45 clearance fees on each of those, okay?
Okay.
All right, on the newer ones, we'll set a pretrial date for the misdemeanor charge. Let's see, for September the 28th. Okay. The two other, you have no proof of insurance and a seatbelt citation. Those both have defaulted, late fees applied, and those also resulted in suspensions on your license. Once you've paid $75 towards each of those, the court will issue the clearances on those two. So we're looking at, and then once those two have been paid, you can pay the clearance on the driverless suspended license as well. So get all of your clearances here at 14B. We're looking at $285, which get you the straight clearance fees on the two old misdemeanors, the clearance fee up front ahead of time on the new misdemeanor, and result in partial payments on the existing civil infractions, which would allow you to get your clearances on those two. Okay? You think you'll be able to pay that $285 before that September 28th court date?
Yes.
Okay. And then the only other thing you would need to do from there is get a hold of 14A2 and find out why you're suspended there and what they'll do to work with you on that one. Okay?
Okay.
All right. You're released on a personal recognizance bond. Should you fail to appear on September 28th, a warrant could issue for your arrest. Let me just double check one more thing. You're still on Woodruff Lane. Is that your mailing address?
Yes.
All right. Court will mail you a notice. That address included will be the Zoom ID information for that hearing. If you don't receive that or otherwise don't have it as that court date approaches, you can always call the court. The clerk can give you information over the telephone too. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any questions on anything?
Yes, how do I can go online and pay the ticket?
Oh, good question. So you can't make these payments online, and because the majority of the payments are clearance fee payments, which we just simply pass on to the Secretary of State. For this particular payment, you would need to get a money order. We need certified funds for that. So you would need to get a money order. If you're going to pay it all at once at $285, or if you're going to break it up into pieces, 75, 75, and then 45 for the rest of them. So that's how you would have to break it up and break it up and all. Okay.
Okay.
And you can either mail that in or drop it off in our Dropbox. We encourage people to do things by mail or Dropbox as much as possible. If you absolutely had to come in and pay cash, then you can come into the counter and pay. Just call ahead of time to find out the hours that you can come by and stop in person. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Then is your question?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Ms. Nathan, you're all set. Released on a personal recognizance bond on these charges, and we'll see you back on September 28th. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Your Honor, my only question was what time on September 28th?
Good question. 9 a.m. I apologize.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right. I believe that's everybody for today.
Thank you.